Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak, Marque of the Line. And now for today, Marque of the Line is proud to pretty much present another German auto marque out there. As I have already talked about, well, Porsche, just to name one that I have in fact recalled upon talking about. So you know what? Time to move on to Audi. Yeah, there are a lot of German marques out there. I've already commented on how Porsche has its own unique stylings and the many other merits that it carries on over the past, well, 80 plus years. But now it's time to mention Audi. If you're very familiar with such models out there, like the Q7, S4, A6 Avant, e-tron, Quattro, and many other models like that, then well, you might as well be talking about Audi itself. You might recognize its logo being just 4 rings wrapped around each other in a straight line, almost reminiscent to that of the Olympics logo, which is 5 rings wrapped around each other, but in a more trapezoid sort of shape, and also in many colors. Whereas Audi's logo has 4 rings in a straight line and can pretty much be black, white, red, or whatever color can pretty much be put together for it, but Audi is a bit more than just the basics. It does, in fact, harbor a lot of amazing talent. For a German auto marque, that's pretty much no surprise. Germany is an outstanding peace of mind, especially when it comes down to the many inventions that we've been able to conjure throughout history, and also tons of new ideas and innovations that we've been able to pass down from generation to generation. Even today, we can always say that Germany does have itself a lot of incredible feats of engineering and positivity. Ones, of course, that we should never let go of at any point. But Audi itself, for something that's probably nearly the same age as Porsche, also quite older, it certainly is one of a kind in the world. It wasn't necessarily as big way back in the day, just like Porsche, but you probably would remember 1937, when Audi basically made its own racer. And it was unlike many others at the time. Who would have thought that Audi would have created something that was unlike any other car from the 1930s? And man, it only just keeps on getting better and better as time goes on. Especially when you get down to the 70s and 80s, when they started to become more well known across the globe. And by the 90s, they were gigantic. Here in the present day though, as I've said, there's a ton of models that you can pretty much look up at any given point in time. Some of the more recent ones that you might be able to figure out, including the e-tron, man, is that just amazing. But if there's one really big thing about Audi that I might as well go on ahead and talk about real quick, it's probably its connection to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that's mostly because Audi has been a really big sponsor to Marvel Studios, which is appropriate given to the fact that, well, Audi is in fact something that you can see in a lot of MCU titles out there, especially the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy and also a couple other movies here and there. And that's mostly because they are great when it comes to working together with Marvel. Maybe the guys behind Audi must have been big fans of them, so they decided to go ahead and make them the sponsor. So, that's just a rough speculation, but the big thing is, it's one of a kind. And Audi's certainly going to be here for a good long time, just like many brands out there of all sorts, from around the world or just in one single nation. Otherwise, that's probably gonna be something different, but you know what? I'm calling it now. This is the end of it. That is until another HJN topic pops up, and well, I'll be able to talk about it later on. But if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.